Formula One Championship leader Max Verstappen took victory in his home race at Zandvoort, having had to pass an irate Lewis Hamilton late on. Verstappen controlled most of the Dutch Grand Prix, but needed to reclaim the lead after a late safety car restart, as Mercedes made a strategy play that left its seven-time F1 champion fuming. So what was actually happening at Mercedes? As it was easy double podium for Mercedes, but instead, Lewis finished P4. All evidence checked thoroughly. It seems though it was a strategic error from Mercedes, and a bit more of George's thinking that has led to Mercedes losing its chance of scoring its first win. Before we dive into the discussion, subscribe to Overtake fans and have your notifications turned on to receive regular uploads. All the drama started when the engine failure from Bottas brought up a safety car. Max pitted. George made the call and pitted for softs, but Mercedes kept Lewis Hamilton out. Race restarted. Max overtook and won the race. George took second place, Charles Leclerc third, and Lewis Hamilton settled at fourth position. All were good, but after the safety car, Mercedes lost the win it deserved with Hamilton. What really happened at that moment? Why were the strategists on the mark to pick the pieces properly? And who is to blame for this mess? Let's pick the pieces first. First, Mercedes were 1 and 3 when the safety car was deployed. All is known that Max would gamble on a stop, as he did in Abu Dhabi last year. Mercedes thought that they would be able to cover Max with George and then take the fight by gaining track position. But the unexpected twist came when George decided to pit for soft tires, the moment where the team left Hamilton out. Second, the restart Lewis did. The run down towards the main straight is too long, and Lewis started at the start of the banking, which gave Max a very impressive tow, leading to the overtake. Had he done the restart later on the straights, it would have given a chance for the team. But whatever restart he made, the soft tires are way faster than the old mediums Lewis was running on, eventually losing out to Verstappen. Third was George playing with the deployed strategy. George made the right call, as he witnessed a lot of cars pitting for the soft, as it is the faster tire compound, but that did put Hamilton on the back foot, and potentially resulted in a loss of race win. When considering the listed out pieces, we can get an idea of what the strategists were thinking and what happened out on the track. The strategy to hold Max was good, but according to the times he was trading on the softs on the final stages of the race, if both Mercedes were on the mediums, they would have indeed lost more track positions. That's what George felt when he bolted on the soft tires, whereas Lewis went with the team's strategy call, which costed him a podium finish according to the numbers. We heard Lewis on the team radio after the race restart. We will not be quoting all, because it is not logical to criticize his words during a time of heat, but he asked if the rest of the field is on softs. If so, why wasn't he brought into the pits to bolt on the softs? A good question for Lewis, a question for which we didn't hear the reply from the team of Mercedes, but this could have worked better for Mercedes. With both cars running on the softs, the duo could have attacked and defended positions much more easily. That could have played much better, resulting in a double podium finish on the minimum and a race win in the maximum. But leaving Hamilton on old mediums led to him being a sitting duck on the racetrack. From what team to driver radio we heard, Russell was the one that called for a change to softs. Hamilton didn't. Should the team have made the call? It's debatable. Whether Verstappen stayed out and Hamilton pitted, or the vice versa scenario we actually saw, Verstappen and Red Bull's pace was superior, and Verstappen could have won from either position. How quickly Verstappen breezed past Hamilton shows having George Russell in between wouldn't have offered much of a defense for Hamilton either. Given how slow Hamilton was on used mediums at the end, I can't see anything Mercedes could have done with its strategy during that final safety car period to win this race. Even if Russell had stayed out to play rear gunner for Hamilton, the Mercedes drivers would have been so slow that Verstappen would have breezed past them both. Russell only pitted because he overruled his team, which had told him he wasn't making another stop. So Mercedes' plan was to keep both cars out in a play for track position. It wouldn't have worked, but you can at least understand the logic. Mercedes doesn't have a championship to fight for, and it's not been in contention for a win yet this year. It was worth a punt to give the team a shot at victory. The safe option was to pit both cars for fresh softs and make sure of a second and third. I can see why Mercedes wasn't interested in that, and this is my opinion on this issue. This is how the race unfolded finally. An epic race, I would say. 3 teams fighting in the front row. No problem, I guess, because we all saw Lewis smiling in the post-race show. But what do you guys think? Should Mercedes have gone with a better strategy with Lewis? Or is it the situation they were forced into as a team? Let us know in the comments section below. Want to know what's happening in the world of Formula 1? Then click on the video link showing up on our screen, and I'll see you there.